here's everything I made in 2023, everything I made last year. Okay, how about everything I didn't finish in 2023? How about everything I started but didn't finish last year? How about that? I know, this is not me hating on people who do everything I've made in a year, 2023 videos. In fact, I'm literally going to make one. I just don't see any of what I didn't finish in whatever amount of time. Hold on, let me work on something. Let me work on one of those things while we talk, okay? It's really overwhelming to be surrounded by the projects you didn't finish, especially when there's strings coming out of all of them. Like, it feels great to be surrounded by projects you finished because, you know, they're finished. It's just clothes. It's clothes that you've completed and don't have strings coming out of them, getting tangled up all around you. Oh my god. I hate this. I hate this. What the fuck? This is literally horrible. I really shouldn't be, like, as someone who, like, does this, you know, has, like, this hobby and, like, has so many projects and yarn, I really shouldn't get so upset by things tangling around me, but I do. Like, it's horrible. I even hate, like, phone cords when they're around me, touching me. I hate it. Like, even me just, like, getting everything down was horrible because everything just had, like, strings tangled up against other strings. There's so much tangling. If that's not enough to motivate me to keep my things more organized or not have this many whips, like, I don't know what is, because it's horrible. It's horrible to have everything tangled up. My hair is not as full as I wanted it to be. I just blew dry it. Should I keep it down? Is that better? I want my little pigtails out. Better? Alright, that's good enough. If it looks stupid on camera... Anyway, I don't even know where I was at before all this, but I think I'm gonna pick up where I left off. When I was collecting everything, I actually thought that I would have, like, a lot more whips than I did, but there is, like, completely a big, huge chance that I'm missing a lot of things, so... Could be that. Could be that. But you know what? Here's something cool. I am wearing one of my first finished projects of 2023 as I show you all my unfinished projects of 2023. Some things I found that I, like, totally forgot about. Also, I'm not gonna show you these in, like, any particular order because, like, I simply can't. Like, some of these I'm, like, almost positive I started last year, but I can't be too sure. But even some things I was, like, when I was preparing for this video, well, mentally preparing for this video earlier this morning, I was, like, trying to think of everything I started, and there was one project that I was, like, I truly couldn't remember if I started it last year because it feels forever ago, but I know that I actually started it in January. I was like, Well, I was doing this in Florida. When did I go to Florida? Because I went to Florida twice last year. So I was like, was that in 2023? And it was. It was January 2020. We'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on. So, here are my rules for showing you my whips, like what counts as a whip of last year. I have to have worked on it last year. Most of these I think I started last year as well, but I've had to have worked on it last year. I am not going to be showing you the things that are whips from Christmas time. If you want to see that, you can go watch my Christmas vlog. Because, yeah, there's a lot of those projects that I didn't finish for Christmas time. Yeah, I was really hoping that they wouldn't be whips by the end of the year, but I've accumulated a lot of whips from Christmas because I didn't finish Christmas gifts. Again, you can watch those two vlogs. It's a 2-part vlog because it's a really long vlog if you want. Those obviously count as whips of 2023, but just to save some time, and since it's already out there, I'm not going to show it again. Anything else? Oh yeah, I have a lot of, like, really small projects that I started. I'm not really going to count those, although I do think it's funny for me to show you some of them, but, like, I've started so many things that I literally have done, like, an hour of work on that I'm like, no thanks. Hopefully all of these counted last year. Well, let me show you the thing that I'm working on right now. This is a big whip from last year that I am still determined to finish. It's just a raglan. It's a beautiful, big, oversized raglan. I made this with yarn from Arcane Fiberworks that they had gifted to me. I have an affiliate code if you guys care, because I'm a partner with them. I literally love their yarn. Just, like, look how it's so fun to work with. It's so soft and squishy. So I started this in late May. Yeah, I started this in late May of last year because I always like to have a raglan project that I'm doing. At least one raglan project, but I have, like, a lot of raglan projects. I finished my first raglan ever, or I think it was even my first knit project ever, at the very end of 2022. And then into 2023, I started a lot of raglans. Did not finish a lot of raglans. But I started a lot. I like to have them because they feel very mindless because you're just going around. I have a travel one. I guess I'll show that to you next. But I have a travel one because I think that they're also good for, like, travel projects. However, I, like, did color work on it. Okay, yeah, I'll just show it to you. I'm just gonna bounce around from thing to thing. Sorry, there's no structure. There's no structure. I'm just gonna show you everything. I can't. This is just the way I talk. There's no linear form of my thinking. We're gonna bounce around. Project bag. Project bag. Well, I started a to-go raglan project. This is just for reference. Let me get back to telling you about one thing. One thing at a time. But anyway, the point is that I like to have raglans because I think that they're very mindless projects. So this one was one that I was carrying around for a while before it got too big, and then it's something that I was picking up every time, like, I just wanted to watch something and not really focus on what I was making. Something that required more attention, I would like use this. I went to the movies alone once and brought this project. In fact, I had to put it down a lot because I was making it in June because I wanted to make it for sweater season. So I was hoping to have it done by winter time, but I was working on it so much in summertime. And I was like, well, I have to put it down because I don't need this till winter time. And then I put it down like too much, but it's fine because I like literally, this one is like my most active whip, I would say. Like I always pick this one up. Like this one, I don't fear I will never finish. A lot of these I fear I won't finish. I'll be honest about it. This one, I don't fear I'm not gonna finish it. In fact, I mean, I'm literally one sleeve away. What I do fear is remembering what I did exactly to decrease on the sleeve. I do fear about that because I didn't write it down anywhere and it's been so long. That's the problem with waiting this long to do whips. But there's that. Okay, on topic, let's go to my other raglan that I've been working on since September. I'm really proud of this. Look at the color work on this. It's just such fun colors. This is yarn from Stephen and Penelope called Tandem Yarn that they also gifted me that I was just like, I'm just in love with. I picked out all the colors. There's so many colors. It was so hard to pick a color scheme. Really happy with this. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, and I did all this color work on my own. I mean, it's not amazing, but like, it's my only real like knit color work that I've stuck to. I started this in September when I went to Florida for a family vacation. I did also visit some of my friends there, but it was really for a family vacation. I just went earlier to see my friends. I needed a vacation project, like both on the plane and everything, but also my waiting project because me and my family went to Disney. We're a Disney family. Sorry to break that to you guys. There's a vlog on my channel, so like it's not surprising. Say what you want. We have fun. We went for the Halloween season. If you hear anything, Kiwi's playing with a bottle cap. It is her favorite garbage toy. So yeah, so I had something on the plane, but also like I wanted a project that I could work on while waiting on lines because I knew that we'd be waiting on lines. I knew that we'd be waiting for shows and parades and even just like waiting for my family. You know, like let's say we were doing a bathroom break. We're a family of 7, so you know, it takes a while sometimes for all of us. So I wanted to have something while I was waiting. So I wanted like an easier project. So I started a raglan with smaller yarn. Like this one, I'm using a 9mm hook and bulky yarn. And this am I using a 4? That's so crazy of me. I'm using 4mm needles. Did I say hook? I meant needles. I'm using 4mm needles and this isn't worsted weight. DK weight yarn. So I knew that, you know, if I waited like hours and hours, it wouldn't ever get too big like this, and I could just, you know, really... I never minded waiting, because I had a fun project. Now, of course, I made it a little more complicated. Made it a lot more complicated by doing multiple colors and color work, but... I don't know, it was fun. I just made little tiny balls, too, so that, like, it would just hang off of my project so I could walk and do it. And then I always carried, like, a small amount of ball for each color in my backpack, so I could, like, change colors whenever I wanted to while I was there. And listen, I never ran out of yarn. And we did like at most 15-hour days there, you know? The only time I ran out of yarn was only when I went online for a ride and didn't bring my bag with me. So I ran out of yarn on the ride and it was like probably the longest line. That sucked. But other than that, like I never ran out of yarn. Really good vacation project if you ever need a vacation project. I am going to Florida again next month. And New Orleans next month, so I'll probably be bringing my project trip again and continuing my vacation project. I have worked on this a little bit, like, I brought it places. Like, if I went to the city for a day, I would bring it with me because it's, like, just a good travel project. So this still remains to be my travel project. Also, I'm not worried about finishing this one because I keep picking it up every now and then. This is just, like, the smaller, easygoing raglan that I like to always have version of this. Like, if I'm sitting down, I just want to finish this at this point, so I pick this up. I really enjoy working on this as well. But it's another one that I keep putting down because I'm like, I don't want to just work on this one. Otherwise, I would work on nothing else. I'd work on this one because it's so fun, but I'm just reserving it as my vacation project. I love the way smaller needles feel. I want to use them more often, but, you know, I'm impatient and I don't finish knit projects that often, but I have a lot of knit whips. Speaking of knit whips, here's another one that I have that I started. I feel like I started this in August. Oh my god, I didn't even finish this row. I started this in August Look how good it looks though. Like this is, I'm really proud of my color work here. My knit color work here. Like it's real good. I only have this one panel done. I am determined to finish it. What's really funny about this one is that my friend Aiden, aka Aiden Wells Crochet, like was live doing this with me. I was writing this pattern as I was going. So I thought ahead while I was like kind of prepping this pattern. So I like know sizing wise, like what I'm gonna do for a bunch of sizes. So I gave her instructions for her size and we were doing it together, but then like after a while, she beat me and finished the panel before I did and was like, I'm waiting my next steps. And then I, you know, just never finished it because, yeah, I have an aversion to paneled knit because once I get to the neck shaping, I, like, don't want to do it, which is part of why I really love raglans. You know, it's no sewing and also, like, the neck shaping is done already. I don't like doing knit panel work because I don't know, there's just something about, like, binding off and, like, figuring out the neckline and everything that I just, like, don't like it, like, at all. I would keep going to show you, but this, I ran out of yarn here, and I don't want to get it. But this is also, I did the small ball thing. It's obviously tangled now, but it's really not that bad to get to fix up. Really love this technique. So much better than having a bunch of skeins of yarn. Anyway, I wish I could finish this so I could just show you how good it looks, but you can still tell. It looks amazing. I'm not worried about finishing this one. I'm just worried about when it's gonna get done. It'll get done in time for next fall. Sorry, Aiden. But look how, like, I am so impressed with myself. It looks amazing. So at first I was trying to carry the black yarn. I don't know if you can see, it's rolling up, which stinks. This is gonna be like a nice cropped sweater. So I do have to do sleeves and everything too. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out and get good at binding off or like realize that it's not that big of a deal. The way that I crochet is not the way that I knit. Like I just do things when I crochet. I don't just do things when I knit because it's scary. God, it looks so good. I gotta work on this again. This looks amazing. This looks so good. I'm like really looking at it. Holy shit, I did such a good job. Here, take a close look. Like, really, for not really doing, like, or finishing knits that much and, like, not doing color work, this is amazing. Alright, I'll pick it up just to feel good about myself again. Let's go to one of, like, the earliest whips that I have. No, I won't. I'm just gonna go by the pile, what the pile gives me. Oh, okay, I need to frog this, because I'm not gonna finish it. I'm gonna be real, I'm not gonna finish it. This is the first time I tried color work. And I tried carrying yarn over and everything, which was really fun to do. So this was really just like practice. I had full intentions of this being a cardigan. This is the first time I attempted checkers. So the bottom you could see it's puckered because I was carrying yarn way too much. Like, you're not supposed to carry it this many stitches. You're supposed to, like, if you're gonna carry the yarn, if you're going to bring the yarn over, you have to carry it in the stitches like that, which was practice and it was really fun. I felt like really cool doing it. Yeah, and then I put it down and I stopped working on it. But, you know, this was fun. You can see that my stitches are not great. Like, you see how it's, like, puckering in? I've improved a lot. So this is a really good indicator of, like, how far I've gotten. Just by, like, practicing a little bit, you know? This compared to the other one, big difference. I have to frog this because, like I said, I'm just not gonna do it and it doesn't look good. But another reason why I don't like doing color work is frogging it is gonna be freaking annoying. Next thing, I'm gonna put a whip counter right here. Just so I can see how many, because I'm not gonna count as I go. Again, not counting all the things I made from Christmas time. This is one... This is one of the later whips that I've started. I got this yarn from Salem when I went with Emma last November. I saw this yarn actually when we went in October and I really wanted it. I want to make a raglan with it. Like, look how cool it is. Like, the way that it, like, stripes all the way down and then it, like, has different colors. It looks so cool. And I think that making a raglan with it would look very, like, 90s-esque. It would look awesome. But each skein is, like, I think in the mid-20s to $30, somewhere like that. And it would take me at least 5 skeins to make a large sweater. And I would want it to be, like, at least extra large. It would just be a lot of money, and I couldn't commit to that. So instead I bought this and I started making a beanie with it just so I could see what the colors looked like. I don't know if it would be a good beanie. I don't know. But look how cool it looks. Okay. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. Kind of focusing. You can kind of see it. Every now and then I pick it up, do a couple rows, but you know, I haven't brought it anywhere. Like, yeah, it's one of those things that's working around, but like I have this project if I'm sitting at home, and then I have the other raglan if I'm out, so I'm just not really working on this right now, but I don't know, whatever. What's next? Also, like, I want you to know that I don't have, like, a designated, like, whip pile, so I'm just, like, in my attic, like, looking for all the things scattered everywhere. I have no idea what anything is. Okay, here's something fun. Obviously, I like checkers, but I'm gonna have to frog this as well. I was making a vest in a round, and it looks beautiful. So what happened with this was yarn that I got in 2021. No. Oh, this was yarn that I got in September of 2022. And I literally had just learned to knit. Like, end of August. And then mid-September, I went to visit Em for the first time. And I started to make a little cardigan with this yarn. Freehanding it, with knit. As if I already knew how to knit. Like I said, I didn't. And I really shouldn't have been, like, trying to freehand it. And I got so far as I made the front panel and the back panel. I wasn't treating it like a new hobby. I was kind of treating it the same way I was already crocheting. Like, I should already know what to do. But obviously, it's, like, different enough. I had to take it step by step later on. This is what caused me to, like, stop knitting for, like, 2 months before I picked it back up again and actually tried from the beginning again to start it like a new hobby, because I should have. Anyway, I had started a project, and then I messed up somewhere, and then I just, like, put it down and didn't touch it again. But my stitches were twisted and everything. And then I decided to frog it and start over again. And I decided to make a vest in a round, and I was going to divide for panels later on. Started doing the checkers, but I also started carrying in the way that I'm not supposed to do again. It's gonna pucker. So if anything, I'm gonna frog it up to there, and then keep going. I'm not too sure. I don't know what I want to do with this. Because again, then I'll have to divide for panels, and I don't like doing that right now. This is not the only project that I've done that for, where I started in a round because I like working in a round. Then I get to panels. I want to get over not liking to do panels because there's so many things I want to do with knit that involve panels. But right now, I only like working in rounds, basically. I've pretty much gotten over stockinette, because I used to not like doing stockinette because I didn't like purl rows. Now it's fine. I don't really care about that. It's really just like binding off. I don't know what I don't like about it. So I'm gonna pull this one out. This is my first one that I think I started working on. No, it's not the first one, but it's one of the earliest ones that I did. This is the one I was talking about where I said I started working on it in January. So when I went to Florida in January, I had actually just finished 2 whips by that time, which is awesome. Like, I was on a roll. I finished my mommy tee, which I'll put right here, iconic. And I had just finished this, and I was starting another knit project that I wanted to be my project for waiting online as well. And I wanted to make another t-shirt with writing on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is in case I ever do finish it, because this is going to be like a real fun series. I know that it's literally been a year since I started it, but like, I have faith. It's actually not looking too bad. It's not that bad. I was being dramatic. Okay. So I wanted it to be a crop tee, and I thought that I could start working from the bottom up, so that way I could know exactly how many stitches were across for the writing. Because when you're working a raglan, it, like, you know, increases like this. I wanted it to be straight, so I had a lot of space for the writing. Oh, I see where we went wrong. I have some very loose stitches here. You see that? So I started working it around, and it was working really good, and then I divided for the panels. And that was funny because I had to do that outside of Epcot one day, and I didn't have a needle, so I had to do it with a bobby pin, and I couldn't get into Epcot. Long story. I couldn't get into Epcot till 2. Basically, when you have the park hopper option, Disney does this really fucked up thing now where you can't just park hop at any time. You have to wait until 2, even though it costs like an arm and a leg to have a park hopper option. My friend got me in that day, so I didn't pay for it. But I do think it's really fucked up how you could pay like $200 for a park hopper option and then not be allowed to get until after 2. Do not get me started on how mad Disney makes me. Corporate greed. I can make another video on that. I probably will. Hey, if you're watching this, I already have a second channel, and I'm planning on making non-crochet related video where I just talk. Hey, did you know that I love to yap? Mrs. Yap over here, like, love to yap. Talk about just things I want to talk about. Well, that's one of the things. Disney makes me mad. Anyway, that's a tangent. So, I had to divide, and then I started doing, like, panel work, and then I realized, hey, I don't like doing stockinette. Now it's fine again. But I didn't like doing that. I was like, I hated it. So I put it down. And I think that at one point I did frog it and tried again. And the stitches don't look that bad. I've gotten a lot better at stockinette, as you can see from my checkered one. And I was like, oh, I guess I could just keep it. But I have like a few stitches where I've pulled it like this because they're so loose. So I don't know if I'll keep it or what. This one's cool too because I dyed this yellow to be exactly this color. I know it's giving Minion, but I have an idea in my head. I have a vision, and it goes. Okay? Yeah, don't know what's gonna happen with this project. We'll see. Let me know what I should do with this project. Like, should I frog it? Should I start over? Should I just make it a raglan and just be... I don't know! Whatever. Next. See, look at this. This is what's horrible. Like, all this yarn that's just like... Okay. Also, I've been wanting to do, every time I'm upstairs and I try to, like, grab things, like whips and stuff, I want to just cut it, but I don't have scissors up there anymore. I used to. I need to just cut this. Just cut it. There you go. That's so much better. That feels great. Okay. I had these. I just wanted to show it to you because it's really funny. Like, what the hell? Oh, I started making a t-shirt with this. I was like, oh, let me make a t-shirt with this. And then, like, I didn't like it. Plus, like, my foundation is way too tight for whatever the t-shirt was going to be. And then I ended up, instead of doing that, I ended up doing something different with the same yarn. I just cut it because I didn't want to frog it. I started making a hexagon t-shirt with it, which I thought it was really fun. The yarn was really smooth and nice. Started this the very end of June, right before I went on my trip with my crochet friends. And the yarn was, like, really awesome to work with in the sense that it felt good. Really horrible because it splits. This is Trubu Bamboo. It splits so bad. See it? It's coming together. And then I wanted it to be dual tone, dual colored, if I could find the other color. Oh, here it is. I'm very much a pink and green girly, if you couldn't tell by my changing hair colors. So I wanted it to be half pink green. Do you think it'll fit? Do you think I'm almost done? This is when I started moving into smaller yarn territory again, when I started being brave about it. Because before this, I would only do, like, really quick projects with big yarn. And this is when I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to start going smaller with my hook sizes. And that was being with my friends really helped with that. This terrible thing happened. Another problem with Trubu. It's really soft and nice and feels good. And it would be so much better to work with if it didn't split so badly. It splits horribly. You ever talk so much it makes you congested? Like, what's that about? I also have another funny project that's this. I wanted to make a skirt. Do you think I'm close to being done? This was I think this had to be in July. Somewhere around the time that I was working with smaller yarn again. I also have this. This is a funny thing. I ended up doing something different with this yarn, but this was a funny thing. I thought that I could make, like, a bunch of different, like, knit patches and stuff and then sew it together somehow, which is still a really cool idea. And I want to do something cool like this for Valentine's Day, but with crochet, like really big gauge, small yarn. This I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I wanted to make a wraparound thing. So here's one of them. Here's one of the wraparounds. One boob gets covered, the other boob stays out. This one is funny because I'm literally so close to being done, but I'm just being an idiot. I started a Katie top with this yarn because I like how yellow looks on me. And I have gotten so far. I'm doing the border and the straps, which is literally one whole round, and I would be done. But instead, I've started and finished a bunch of other Katie tops, and I never finished this one. I think it's because, like, the yarn isn't as fun to work with as, like, the other yarn. I was using Hobby Friends cotton 8/6, which I really like to work with, and this is Lion brand 24/7 cotton, which is really, really nice, but a little harder to work with because it's a little more sturdy. I'm close to being done, and I'll probably finish this when it's time for me to be able to wear this again. But as of right now, I don't know. Also, how am I gonna, let's see. Don't know how I'll organize this all. Also, what's this? One panel for something? Okay, like, okay, what were you gonna do with that? This one's funny too. Okay, so the story with this one was I also started this in September before my family came and I was hanging out with Brooke and Aiden. Brooke and Aiden and Kelsey. No, that was in January. Last time it was just Brooke and Aiden. Yes. Yeah. So, oh, and Mags. There you go. I knew I was missing somebody. Sorry, Mags. So, I didn't realize how hot it still was down there. Like, I'm always in Florida, and I used to live there for a little bit. But, like, I just thought it would cool down a little bit, and it was so hot. I took one walk, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, because I brought my Aiden top to wear over there. I'll put a picture right here. And I was like, that's gonna be too hot. I have to make something else. I tried to make an Aiden top that was just the tank top portion. And I think this is as far as I got, or this is the only piece I could find. We got new yarn while I was down there, and I made this. And then I didn't finish this, and then I just ended up wearing the Aiden top out anyway. It was fine. It was just really hot the first few days, and it was really hot wearing that, but it ended up being fine. Linen bird, I think. Cool. Oh, horrible. Gotta shove this all in my yarn bag. Oh, here's another Aiden top. This one I also mostly believe I started last year when I first attempted to write the Aiden pattern, because that didn't come out till September, and I made my Aiden cardigan September to November of 2022, and I don't think I started attempting to write it until the following year. And then I tried to make it, and then I only made, like, maybe this and the back panel, which is also somewhere. And then I put it down because I was like, I literally can't do this right now. And then I actually wrote it later on in the year. So I think this is part of an Aiden top. This is funny because I have a lot of things like this where I start it and then I think I get to this part and then I'm like, this is horrible. I hate doing this. And then I put it down and I don't pick it back up again. Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny of me? All right, next. I started making this in July. I got a really cool commission. For those of you who watch the H3 podcast, I got a commission from Sam from the podcast, to make Olivia, also from the podcast, a mommy tee, but it just says mother on it. And so I made that, and I wanted to like try to like make something else to put in there, and I just couldn't finish it. I just couldn't finish it. This is an Adina cardigan, and I made it with another thing of Arcane Fiberworks yarn, which they also just sent to me. They are so awesome. I literally commented, I love this colorway, and they just like sent me yarn, and I was like, that's awesome. So I started making an Adina cardigan with bulky yarn, and I got up to one sleeve, and then, would you look at that, I just stopped yet again. I was making it in like a medium, so that never got to her. But yeah, I've never seen, I feel like the package is still in the P.O. box. I sent it back in August, but like, I've never seen it. So I don't know what happened to the, I also made Sam something, a little gifty that I sent to her, but I don't think she ever opened it up. But it was a really cool commission. Okay, next up, I started making a Halloween Luna cardigan because I have a Christmas Luna cardigan. Halloween is my favorite holiday and my favorite season. So I wanted to make a Luna cardigan because I've always wanted to. And technically, the original one that I made was for the Halloweeny season because it's purpley, but I wear that year round. And I've made so many Luna cardigans. In fact, I'm like literally making 3 right now for 3 different art trades. I made so many in my life. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to make a Luna cardigan. And I was going to make it in a smaller size too. I think I was going to make it cropped as a medium. So I found like a bunch of colors and I was just doing it with no plan really. So I was doing it in a way that's different than how I usually do it. Usually I do like the whole front. It's 5 different panels that goes from front to back. And I'm still going to do it the same way, but I just wanted to like kind of eyeball it first and see what it looked like. So I have these 3 panels made that make up 9 squares. And then I stopped. I'll probably pick it up again next season since it's already like it's not like I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like it's literally my pattern and it's going to be easy and I have all the yarn for it. So I'll probably just pick it up in time for next season. Maybe I'll pick it up in August. Luna cardigans are really fun to make. I think it was just because I wasn't planning it, but I'm not worried about this one either. Okay, another project that I was making last January. So I started making this for Florida. Also, when I went in January, I made this, my granny stripe vest, the pattern by Realm Designs, and I wanted to make a bucket hat. And I also just have a thing about making hats besides beanies that I just don't like, even though I want them. And I wanted to make one with holes for my space buns, similar to my puka beanie, but like not a beanie. And so I got this far, and I think what happened was I realized that I just made it too big. Is that what happened? No, it looks cute. I could have finished this. Okay, jury's out, verdict's out. I just gave up. I was making it scrappy, it was cool, and then I just gave up. What can I tell you? Sorry, can't tell you much more than that. Made this was really fun to make when I was like in my headscarf making era around May. I made one with like a bunch of granny squares, and it's done. It is technically done, but it's also technically still a whip because I have all these ends that I never weaved in. So, but it's like, look how cute it is. I should weave these in. What's wrong with me? Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'll keep this down here so I can weave in the ends. What is wrong with me? Started 2 scarves last year. This one I think I started this last winter at some point. Just like a scrappy, I just want to make a scrappy scarf. Wait, it can be done. No, it needs to be a little longer than I can wrap it around here. Okay, come on now. Let me just add, it doesn't have to be long. I think the problem was I wanted it to be like really, really long. I have a lot of really long scarves. I'll just add this much more. And then it could be this long. It doesn't have to be really long. Okay, I'll leave this down here too. I'll just finish this. I could finish this probably now if I wanted to. What is wrong with me? It's really fun. Look at all the fun colors. It needs more pink. Yeah. Oh, I'm so silly. I am so silly. Okay. I lied. I started 3 scarves. This one I started after I made my pink Luna cardigan in July. So I probably started this in August. And I just wanted to do like a very scrappy pink one with the rest of it. Oh, it looks really cool. What do you think? Should I just make it into a sweater? Maybe I'll just make it into a sweater instead, because this is like a lot to commit to if I want to make a giant blanket scarf, and I already have... No, I don't. I made 2 blanket scarves that were not for me. Ooh. Oh, that would be gorgeous, though. Okay, comment below what you think I should do with this pink piece. Should I make it into a sweater? Like, I'll just add some neck shaping? Or should I continue into a scarf? I feel like I already know what I want. No, I don't know what I want, because it would look really cool both ways. Okay, comment below what you think I should do with this one, because that's a hard one. And here's the other scarf that I started. Wait. Yeah, don't know what I'll do with this one. Can you guess what yarn I used to make this? Can you guess? I think I started this shortly after I finished it, so probably like around February. I wanted to make a cool scarf with cool fun patterns, like cool fun checkers. Would be really cool. It really would be. Yeah. Here's another hexagon thing I started, and I was so excited to be working on this, and I didn't want to stop because I was having so much fun. Oh, I started. The problem was I ran out of this yarn. I just got some more of it. I should have ordered more. I got some more of it for a commission, so I'll have some more to start. But oh my god, it's so cool. Hopefully I have enough scrap of it that I can like continue, because I wanted to make the second side symmetrical, but I didn't have, I thought I had way more of this orange yarn, but I just didn't. So now that I have some more, maybe I could like continue it. It's really cool. I just wanted a really cool hexagon cardigan. Wow, it's awesome.
2 weeks later.
Hold on, I'm looking at something. Oh, well, shit. Okay, it is still worries. Okay, so I didn't want to buy any more of this yarn because I just didn't want to. And I was like, okay, well, this is good actually because I have a bunch of leftover yarn from a cardigan I'm currently working on. And this whole time I was like, I'm getting the same orange again. So it's going to work out when I make this. And I thought these were the same. And it's not. And I should have known because I've used both of these colorways before. It's not a burnt orange. It's like a cognac. I don't know how to say that. Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, well, that sucks. I guess I have to wait till I order more yarn again and just have to order that. Because I'm going to have a lot of extra of this color yarn now. Ugh. Yeah, I wanted to make a comfy hexagon cardigan for home. But guess that still has to wait. Okay, next. So here's something else. I started in September. I guess I have these phases where I just start things. Because then, like, there's also, like, a lot of spots where I don't have, like, any whips from. Because I'm also, like, I made, like, a bunch of pillow cozies last year. So, like, March, I didn't really make anything new because I was, like, only making pillow cozies. Whatever. I started this in September as well when I was with... Oh, yeah. Okay, so when I was with Brooke and Aiden and Mags, I told you that I started that Aiden top because it was too hot. Well, before that, I got yarn from Brooke, who was moving to another state, so she needed to get rid of a lot of yarn anyway, and she had a lot of leftover yarn that I really like the color scheme of from one of her projects, and so I was like, I'll just make something with granny squares from that. So I started working on it, and I worked on it all through horror nights and everything, waiting on those lines, and it came out really cute, and then I realized this is too close to my skin color, but in like a different shade, and it's not gonna look good. So I just put it down. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. So I wanted it to be a bandeau top like this. I guess I could give it to somebody else, but like, yeah. And I was like, what am I thinking? I don't even like neutrals like that. Like, why did I start this and not make blue the main color or something? I don't wear neutrals like that. So that's funny. Look, I've emptied my whip basket now. Keep that there. All right, so now I finished with those two basically. And now we can go into this big bin right here. Ugh. See it? My partner got me this, I think 2 Christmases ago? Yeah, 2 Christmases ago. Or my birthday. It's an Amish-made yarn basket. So it holds, this like this is one big section right here. This has holes in it. I don't ever crochet from it because then you'd have to cut it or whatever. And then there's 3 separate compartments right here. So this contains a bunch of whips. This is something I started for September too. I thought it would be really, really cool to have this for horror nights. And I do really want to finish it. This is also me practicing my color work, but in a different way. If you don't know it, then I can't tell you. But if you know it, then you really know it. This is going to be the back of a tank top. Please, nobody copy me. Please, nobody copy me. I will finish it, I promise. But it looks amazing, and I have a beautiful color. I really want to get good at knit color work because I have so many ideas in my mind for this year. And I'm getting silly this year, guys. Watch out. I'm getting silly this year. I really want to do cool things, and this is going to be one of them. I gotta pick this up again. This is really funny. It's gonna be real funny once I finish it. Oh look, here's the same yarn from the other shirt. They kind of relate in a way, so that's funny. Can't tell you, sorry. Guess you'll have to subscribe and follow me on everywhere to find out. This is another raglan that I had started and never finished. I don't even know what size needles I was using. I might just, would it be crazy, guys? Would it be crazy if I didn't do the whole thing and I just stopped? So I made this with cotton. This is a cotton acrylic blend, but I quadrupled up, I think, to make this like really cool raglan. I started this, I don't know when I started this, but I stopped working on it sometime in April, I believe, because I finished another raglan while I was going to a sweater series knitting circle at Cleo's yarn shop. And then I started picking this one up. I think I was using 12 millimeters maybe for this. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I just really wanted like a nice airy sweater. Do you guys think I need to finish the sleeve on this, or would it look cute like quarter sleeve, or would that look dumb? You can be honest with me. Let me try it on. And like this wouldn't take that long to finish. I was using really big needles. It wouldn't take me long to finish. I just haven't touched it. Ooh, it feels good. This is a good spring sweater. I should finish it. Oh, it's cute. What do you think? It would look really cute as a finished sweater, but like, does this look cute on its own? Kind of, right? But is that me just not wanting to finish? This is cute! Hey, crazy idea. I should finish my work. I don't know. Let me know what I should do about this one. This is like the pink and matcha green raglan. Leave me ideas. Leave me ideas, I guess. Oh, I know what the problem was. I think I ran out of the green yarn, so the rest would have to be all in pink. I think that's what happened. This has horrible yarn coming out of it too. But yeah, I think I only have this much yarn. That's why I had to stop. What is this? Oh my god. I had a really cool idea for this and I just stopped. This I started in May, maybe? Yeah, I had a really cool idea. This is cool. Okay, you know what? We're gonna save this project. It was supposed to have sleeves on it, but I think I'm just gonna make it a vest. I think I'm just gonna crochet around this so that it has a good edging. And I'm just gonna make it a vest. Here's the back. You see, I like, look at the little picot border. Can I speak? Yeah, fuck it. I forgot about this. Holy shit. Yeah, see, this is exactly how you know that I'm missing some whips, and these aren't even all the whips that I have. This is cool. Like, underneath a little, like, turtleneck. Yeah, fuck it. This is staying exactly like this. I'll finish it. Like, not how it was intended to be, but that's funny. Okay. Is that everything from here? Yeah, that's everything from here. The problem with this, too, is I love this basket, but as you can see, I just forget things are in here. If it's not in my face. Okay, what else is here? Oh my god, I have another raglan. I'm so silly. I'm just so silly. That's really funny. I know about this. I started this early last year, but I wanted another mommy tee. I had way more done than just this. And that's because I tried to do the letters, like the color work for the letters straight on, but it was looking bad. So I just frogged it later on in July, and then we're just working on it from there, and then just like haven't really picked it up because I should finish the other raglans first. So this is a funny one. This is a funny little one. But I was gonna make a different variation of another mommy tee. So we'll see if that ever happens. Sorry, just needed to catch the yarn. Okay. Oh, I started a sneak a peek top for my friend. I pattern tested for Kelsey and I made my own. And then I was making one for my friend. And why do I do this? Okay, so I was working with Lily Sugar and Cream. I don't like working with that yarn whatsoever, but after like trying out Kelsey's tops in person, I was like, I literally understand why you have to use Lily's Sugar and Cream. It feels good for bralettes. So I was strong and made myself one and then made one for my friend. Literally stopped right before the straps. It's entirely done, but I just stopped before the straps. So maybe she'll get it for her birthday this year. I have mental illness. Here's something else that I started. I was like a not official pattern tester for Aiden's ransom tote bag. And I made one of the panels, which is why I cut off this yarn. So I can make one of the panels. I knew I also had to use Lily Sugar and Cream because it's just sturdy. And here's the thing. I didn't even have to make the ransom letters myself. Aiden made them for me and sent them to me, and it was a surprise what they said. So I should finish it because I already have this all done. Oh, that is not a letter. I'm missing an L and a W. It might be upstairs. Well, from context, can you see what it is? Missing the L. Missing the W. Love the money sign one. So, yeah, I think I only have... Oh, no! I started the second one. And I just stopped. It was all single crochet and with lily sugar and cream. So if you ask me, I was being real brave about it for the longest time. But then I have to sew it together, then I have to sew a lining, put a D-ring on. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm strong enough for it, but I really want a bag that says big meaty claws. Have these cool ass things. It would be the coolest bag ever. Give me some strength in the comments below to finish it. Please, I'm begging. Okay, here's something else that I started because I wanted to make a pattern for it. This is so annoying. It's so annoying to see how much I have done of things. And then I just stop. What is wrong with me? So here it is, front, back. I brought this down for reference because this is basically what it is. It's like just like a little tiny boob top. It's a really tiny top. I just have to make the straps. See? It's like my little boobs. And then, yeah, it has straps and then it ties around the side and then the back. So yeah, so I have that and I started those. Okay, I started the ties, which tie around the back side, and I still need to make the straps. Yep, so really awfully close to being done with that one too. I think I made that one probably right before the springtime. I have some swatches in here. Yeah, I was swatching a lot. Here's another annoying one. Who's ready? Pretty much done with this tank top, which is going to be really cool. I was really proud of this one because I did it with a 4mm, and I wanted to make a little tiny tank top for Pride that I didn't finish in time. So all I have to do is the ribbing on the sides and the neck, but I needed to weave in the ends first, which are terrible and look like this. So you can see why I haven't picked this up. I don't actually mind weaving the ends in for knitting. It's just, you know, I don't have to tell you. But look how cute it is. It's so cute. I'll finish it for next year Pride because last year I wore stuff for Pride that I finished after Pride last year too. So this is just how the world works for me. I don't finish things in time for that year, but then I finish it late so that I have it for the next year. And I can't plan. It's not like, for example, the Luna cardigan that I wore for Christmas last year, I finished it after Christmas the year before. And now I'm not going to start something early and then finish it on time, so I might as well just start it way too late the year before and then have it on time for the next year. Sorry. Listen, what am I supposed to do about it? I know what I'm supposed to do about it, but I'm not. I'm just being real with you. I'm not. Okay, what else is in here? What other goodies are in here? Okay, listen to this funny story. I got this cotton yarn and it's really beautiful and really shiny and sleek. And I thought it'd be fun to make a knit dress with like a really, really big gauge and small yarn. Yes, I thought it'd be really fun to do that. I thought it'd be really fun to make it the like a bit like a 2 inches bigger than the widest part of like the circumference around my body. And just literally make a long ass tube and then like have it like tie in the back so that it could look fitted. Started this, I think, in around May. Got the yarn late April. Do you think I'm gonna be close to done making a full length dress? Am I close to being done? Yeah, it turns out it's not as fun as I thought it would be. Like, I don't know. I'll attempt it again because it's gonna be a really cool idea. But yeah, like, I don't know. I see it now. Knitting with this size yarn and this big of hooks isn't as fun as I thought it would be. Also, I don't like these needles. It feels like it's just like sticking on. Yeah, that makes sense as to why I stopped. Okay, next. Oh, look, another one of these things, guys. What the hell? Oh, interesting. Okay, one of those tie tops that I was telling you that I kept starting. Except for this one, I made it to one of the sleeves. Have I been working? Did I work on this last year? I truly can't tell you. I don't know. So, okay, look. So I started the tie top. Looks really cute. And then I started one of the sleeves. Oh, I was doing something interesting with the sleeves here. Cool. I can't tell you more than that. I don't know. What the hell do I know? I know nothing about what she was doing. Oh my god, is that it? Okay. I'm so sorry, Avalon. I have mental illness. Okay, so Avalon came to visit me, my friend. You could see it in my November vlog. And she got this yarn so I could make her a beanie. And then I literally finished the whole thing. And then just like need to sew it up top. But I think I ripped the yarn. And then I was like, well, fuck. And then I just like stopped. I just need to sew up the top. I'm an idiot. But look how cute it is. So I'll finish that for her. I'm not done. Started this same yarn that we got the yarn together. So also, and then middle of November, got this yarn. And I made gloves. I made it like literally like on the way driving back to Boston. I made one of these gloves. And they're really cool. Because I just wanted some cool fingerless gloves. Anyway, I stopped making the second glove because I did slip stitch ribbing on the I don't like slip stitch ribbing. I like the way it looks. I don't like doing it. I did it on this. I was like, okay, it's the smallest amount of ribbing I could ever do. I could be strong. I could be fine. Started on the second one, literally couldn't finish it. Okay, well, I was gonna use the rest of the yarn to make a beanie, so maybe I'll just frog it at this point. I'm gonna make a two-tone beanie with, like, little stars on it. I think I'm making a puka beanie. Should I just frog this? Okay, that's it. I'm, like, literally covered in yarn. So many projects. This is horrible. Sorry, not forgot that I was recording, but literally too tired to do an outro. Oh my god, I'm now covered in yarn. Alright, I don't know. I hope this makes you feel better about your whip pile. Who's there? I have a package outside. That's a really cool chair. Do you think someone's trying to take it? Yeah, I gotta put all this away now. I don't know how I'm gonna organize it. I really have no clue. Yeah, hope this made you feel better about your whip pile. This is like definitely not even all of it. This was exhausting to make. I had to go up and find all these, and I gotta put this away. Alright, well, listen, if you enjoyed this, please let me know. Let me know by liking it. Let me know what you think I should finish first. Let me know what I should do about the ones that I've asked you about. Maybe I'll finish this right. No, I shouldn't. I have to do pillow cozies. Let me know. I don't know, just let me know something. Let me know something. Don't give me advice on how to control my whip pile. I don't want it. I'll literally delete it. I'll be honest, I don't want it. Don't give it to me. But all the other questions I asked, please answer those. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe so you see when I make my what I finished in 2023 video, what I've made in 2023 video if you care about that. And make sure to watch my other videos if you like. Follow me on social media, check out my Patreon, you get early access to these videos, you get some other fun stuff in there, and it's just a good way to help support me. And I hope that you have a fabulous year. I hope you have a fabulous year. I hope you finish your projects that make you happy. And yeah, I hope that you make things that make you happy. That's it. That's all. Have a good rest of your life. Have a good rest of your year, day, week, you know. I'll see you. I'll see you again. Don't forget to subscribe.